Internal political instability, geopolitical shifts, judicial intervention, a global health crisis, corporate greed, a brutal anti-corruption campaign in China, digital influence fraud, a unique political alliance, a private solution to a housing crisis, and a major political shift in West Bengal, a snapshot of a world in flux. Welcome to Zenith Global News, your eye on a world at the breaking point. Today's biggest stories: Putin's power struggles, coup threat or disinfo. Internal Kremlin paranoia has reached peak levels as intelligence reports suggest a potential coup or assassination attempt. Despite heightened security and elite purges, Putin maintains high domestic approval ratings. This political instability highlights a fragile power pyramid where the prolonged Ukraine conflict and Western disinformation campaigns challenge the Russian leadership's survival. Trump pauses Project Freedom after Saudi pushback. Trump halts Project Freedom after Saudi and Kuwaiti resistance. Allied refusal of base and airspace access, driven by fears of escalation, marks a diplomatic rift between Washington and Riyadh. The breakdown forces a high-stakes pivot from military action toward fragile negotiations with Iran. Court overturns Trump's tariffs, a major blow. The U.S. Court of International Trade has ruled President Trump's 10% universal tariffs illegal, citing a lack of legislative justification. This judicial intervention creates a significant political rift between the executive branch and the courts, undermining Trump's protectionist, America First agenda and signaling a major victory for international trade advocates. Global health crisis. Hantavirus sparks international panic. A hantavirus outbreak linked to a cruise ship has triggered a global health emergency, forcing nations like the US, Canada, and various European states to enforce strict quarantine protocols. This crisis tests international cooperation and border security as governments struggle to contain the virus while managing diplomatic friction over travel bans. Corporate greed? Huge profits follow mass layoffs. Cloudflare's decision to terminate 1,100 employees despite reporting record revenues of $639.8 million highlights the growing tension between corporate capitalism and labor rights. Politically, this intensifies the debate over big tech's social responsibility and the lack of worker protections during periods of significant institutional profitability and market expansion. China shakes elite with shocking death sentences. Xi's anti-corruption campaign intensifies as former Chinese ministers face death sentences. These executions serve as a brutal warning to the party elite, consolidating Xi's absolute authority and crushing internal dissent under the guise of institutional purification and legal reform. The dark side of digital influence and deception. An influencer's fraudulent cancer claim to raise 70 Indian rupees lakh exposes critical gaps in the political regulation of digital economies. This scandal highlights the urgent need for legislative oversight regarding crowdfunding transparency and the ethical responsibilities of social media platforms in preventing the exploitation of public empathy for financial gain. Tamil Nadu rivals unite against actor-politician Vijay. A Congress MP claims lifelong rivals DMK and AIADMK are forming an unspoken alliance to block the political ascent of actor Vijay. This suggests a significant shift in Tamil Nadu's bipolar landscape, as established powers potentially unite to protect their hegemony against a disruptive new entrant challenging the traditional political order. Alpha Corp's 750 Indian rupees crore fix for stalled housing. Alpha Corp's investment to revive stalled projects in Greater Noida and Gurugram addresses a volatile political issue, the housing crisis. By providing relief to 3,000 homebuyers, the move mitigates public discontent toward regulatory failures, illustrating how private capital is being leveraged to resolve long-standing governance and real estate deadlocks. Mamata resigns. BJP seizes power in Bengal. West Bengal faces a historic political tectonic shift as Mamata Banerjee resigns following a decisive BJP victory. With Suvendu Adhikari emerging as the likely chief minister, the state transitions from TMC's decade-long dominance to saffron rule, amid intense street protests and a high-stakes reorganization of the state's executive leadership. BCCI tightens security amid honey trap risks. The BCCI has implemented stringent hotel security protocols for IPL teams to mitigate honey trap, risks, and external interference. This move reflects the internal politics of sports governance, where the board prioritizes institutional integrity and player protection against potential espionage or blackmail threats that could destabilize the league's massive commercial and political influence. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Stay informed, stay aware, stay ahead. Only on Zenith Global News.